Hi.
Good evening, Miss Mojica. How are you?
I'm okay.
Good. Please have a seat.
Oh, thank you.
Miss Mojica, I was going over your case, and I would just like to ask you some questions, some general questions, and also some questions about Kyle, just so that we get a better idea of how to help you. So, what brings you here tonight?
It's my son. I was actually concerned about his language skills. Also, his teacher was someone that encouraged me to seek attention, seek help, and she's actually very concerned with his ability to communicate. He's not asking any questions, and she's concerned with his grammar and in English.
Okay.
Also, the teacher was concerned that he doesn't communicate with his classmates. He doesn't ask any questions, and he doesn't say any words, not even in Spanish.
All right.
He doesn't follow. Also, I forgot. He doesn't follow any directions. Like even in Spanish, he doesn't ask him questions and ask him, and he can't follow directions.
Got it. When would you say you started noticing these issues?
This was honestly maybe like a year ago, but it was his teacher that noticed that he's having this problems with speech, and so she was the one that actually recommended for me to seek help.
I see. I would just also like to ask you some general questions. So I noticed on your record that you are bilingual, and I would just like to know, what's your country of origin?
The Dominican Republic.
Okay. What do you do for a living, Miss Mojica?
I work in a pharmacy.
Are you a single parent?
No.
Okay. Miss Mojica, what is your level of education?
I actually completed high school.
And how about your husband?
He actually finished, he completed high school as well, and he went into technical school.
Is there any history of drug exposure, cigarettes, alcohol?
No.
Okay. I would also like to ask you some questions about Kyle, and perhaps some of the factors that may attribute to his contribute to his speech issue. Who does the child reside with? Who lives at home?
It's my husband, me, my son, and I also have two other kids.
Are they older?
Yes, 16 and 13.
Okay. What language is spoken at the house primarily?
I speak to him in English. His father speaks to him in Spanish, and his siblings in bilingual, both English and Spanish.
But your children prefer English, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Mojica, I would also like to know some general information about your pregnancy.
Sure.
With Kyle, that is. How many weeks gestation?
39.
39. Were there any complications during birth or at during birth, sorry, or during the pregnancy?
No.
Okay. How many pounds was Kyle?
He was 6 pounds.
Was the procedure vaginal or C-section?
Vaginal.
How many days were you at the hospital after birth?
We were there for 3 days, and he was in good health.
Okay. And in terms of the milestones or the progress that your child accomplished in his speech and his motor skills, I would just like to know some general information about that as well. When did he start crawling?
I don't know, maybe like around 9 months.
Okay. How about sitting?
Between maybe 4 to 5 months.
And walking, because I know it's a big one.
Well, that was late. He was almost 2. Now, walking. Let me think about that again. He was almost 1, so he was like 11 months.
Okay. And in terms of his speech, when did you started noticing his babbling?
He was like around 1.
Okay. How about talking? Actual complete words of just the attempt of an actual word.
Yeah, that's when it was like around. He was like around 2.
Okay. And what language was that? Was that in English, Spanish?
That was in Spanish.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember any examples of what sort of language was he using?
Well, he was saying dame, and he was also when he was asked when he wanted milk, he'll say instead of saying leche, he'll say cheche.
Okay. All right. I would also like to know some general information about Kyle's medical history.
Okay.
Has there been any case of allergies?
No.
Has he his hearing evaluated, or have there been any case of ear infections?
Como tú dices, como una infección, que algo así.
Una infección de oído, sí, o si él ha sido o si han evaluado su audición.
No, él no tiene ningún problema de oído y sí él pasó su screening cuando él nació.
Okay. ¿El niño ha sido hospitalizado antes?
Ay, sí, creo que sí, definitivamente. Él tuvo una tos bien mala cuando él estaba más pequeño. Tuvo unos días en el hospital y hace más de 2 años que no la ha tenido más.
Okay. En la familia, puede ser suya o la de su esposo, ¿saben si hay algún caso de algún familiar que haya tenido problemas de habla?
Sí, yo creo que él me dijo, el esposo mío me dijo que una hermana de él tenía problemas cuando de hablar. Ella tenía problemas pronunciando algunas palabras todo el tiempo.
Entiendo. Ok. ¿Qué tal? ¿Algunos de sus familiares tal vez han tenido problemas psiquiátricos?
No, ninguno.
Okay. Miss Mojica, I noticed that we've been transitioning from English to Spanish and Spanish to English. I would like to know if you are comfortable with that, or if you would prefer to just stick to English. That is totally fine also.
Oh no, it's okay. I mean, it's been okay, but I prefer to just do it in English for the sake of my son.
I see. Great. All right. I just want to ask a few questions about how your child expresses himself. So how does he communicate? Does he say actual words? Does pointing to substitutes for words?
He'll do most of pointing, and he'll say maybe 2 to 3 words. That's
2 to 3 words per sentence?
Right, yes.
Okay. Does he make eye contact when he speaks to either you or his siblings or other people in general?
Yes, he does.
He does?
Mm-hmm.
Does he respond to his name?
Yes.
How is he at play? Does he initiate playing?
Yes, he does.
Okay. How about taking turns? Is he a good turn taker?
No, not at all.
Okay. Does the child display appropriate attention span?
No.
No? Okay. Good. 10.
PS 211?
So public school, I see.
Yes.
Okay. What is his current history of grades?
He's not passing. He's struggling, and I think it's because he's having communication problems. He can't really communicate with his classmates or teacher.
Or the teacher, for that matter.
Right.
What would you say is his favorite subject?
Maybe art. He loves painting.
Okay. What is his attitude towards homework? How does he feel about doing homework?
Well, he gets upset. Well, I'm not there because I'm at work. His father's the one helping him with his homework, but he gets upset. But I think it's because his father doesn't speak in English, and they have problems communicating. So that could be the problem. He doesn't like doing homework. He gets frustrated a lot.
Would you say that generally does your child like school?
No, to be honest, I don't think he likes school. But again, it's because I think he's having a hard time communicating.
That makes sense. Yes. What about his teachers and principals? how do they feel about him? What do they say?
Well, the teacher, that's why she recommended me to come see you, because she feels like he's having a lot of problems spelling. Like he you know, in comparison to his classmates, he doesn't know how to spell. He's having, and also he's not following directions. So
I see. Is there any bilingual mode in school, or is he just receiving the lessons and the information in one particular language?
No, it's only in English.
I understand. I see. So we're almost finishing, but I would like to ask you a few more questions. I know it's a long interview. It could be a little bit overwhelming. There's a lot of information.
Yes.
So, does your child have any issues with breathing? Any breathing difficulties?
No.
Does he have any issues with oral secretion?
¿Qué es eso? Yo no entiendo.
Bueno, como babeando. ¿Él tiene control de su saliva o usualmente se le cae sin él poder controlarla?
No se le cae la saliva, ¿no?
No problems like that of any sort?
No, not at all.
Okay. When was he potty trained?
He was like 4.
Okay. Were there any concerns about swallowing?
Swallowing. No.
Can the child eat all textures of food?
Yes, he can.
Can he spoon feed himself?
Yes.
Can he play peekaboo?
Oh, yeah.
Can he wave?
Yes.
Does your child has the ability to localize sound?
¿Qué significa eso?
So, lo que quiero decir es localizar los sonidos. Por ejemplo, si él oye un sonido, él tiene la habilidad de saber de dónde viene el sonido.
Si él oye un sonido, sí, él parece que oye los sonidos, sí, yo creo que sí.
Okay. Prometo que ya estamos terminando.
Ay, qué bueno.
Okay.
Kind of like tired, but that's okay. Go ahead.
Can your child pretend to talk on the phone?
Yes, he can.
Can he imitate singing or dancing?
Yeah, he sings sometimes.
Can your child play at labeling clothing? Like
yes.
shoes,
yes,
pants?
He'll say pantalones, zapatos. Yeah, he can label some items.
And when he labeled these items, can he articulate? Can he say them in a manner that you would consider that is appropriate?
Well, he doesn't say zapatos correctly, but pantalones he's able to say, and then he'll say patos, so, but he doesn't articulate it correctly.
I understand. No. Can your child identify body parts?
Yes, he
Okay.
can. He can say ojos.
Okay. Does your child has the ability to label animals or animal sounds?
Oh yes, he can. He'll say woof woof when he see a dog. So,
Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Does your child follow simple commands?
No. He's having problems following
Okay.
commands.
How about perceiving and understanding that something could be dangerous? Does he has that ability?
Yes, he.
Mojica, so we're actually finished.
Okay.
I would like to know if there's any additional comments or details that you would like to add on about Kyle.
No, nada más. Pero ahora qué pasa?
Ahora lo que vamos a hacer es que tengo entendido que Kyle está aquí y yo quisiera observarlo por una hora, ver cómo él se desenvuelve en el habla y en cuanto a su manera de interactuar. Después de eso, se pueden ir para la casa. Nosotros le vamos a dar una llamada en la cual vamos a hacer una cita para poder evaluar a Kyle.
Ok, muchas bien.
Okay.
Suena bien, gracias.
Un placer.
Gracias.
Que tenga buena noche.
Hey, look at all these toys I got. Look, we can make a butterfly. Wait, we can make a butterfly. we have all these blocks. Wait, we do that later. And we have all of this. So I need some help, right?
Okay.
Look what I do. Look, this is the biggest one. Let me just take them out. Look, I'm stacking them up. Oh my God. Can you try to help me and do this?
Okay.
Look. So now let's figure it out.
My turn?
Yes, your turn. Do you need some help?
No.
Okay, good job. Good job. Okay, so let's leave that. I have something else for you. I have something else for you.
Oh, I can do it.
Come on. All right, so can you take out a few blocks for me? Can you take out 2 red, please?
Yeah. I can take out 2 red.
Okay, good job. Good job. Okay. And I want some for me too, okay?
No, the red.
Okay. Here you go. Okay. I'm gonna show you. Look, we can make another cute mountain. Oh my God, look. You want to try to do this?
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Can you do this?
Yeah.
All right, good job. And guess what? We can do the butterfly. Look.
Butterfly.
This is the picture. Yes. This is the picture, so let's do it. Isn't it fun? Look, this is a picture. So let's leave it there.
Can I see?
Yes, go ahead. Be careful. Can you help me? I need some help.
Okay.
Okay. Can you try to do this? And you let me know if you need help, okay?
Head.
Good job.
Butterfly.
Yes, butterfly.
You.
Me?
Do
Okay,
this.
I'll help you. Okay. All right. Thank you. I need one for this side. Can we try to look for it?
Okay.
Wow, thank you so much. Such a great helper.
And mine.
Yes, look, we're all done. Good job.
Yay.
Can you help me clean up, please?
Yeah.
Yeah? Such a good boy. Hey, no, come on. In here. Good job. Yay, we're all done. Yeah.